Welcome to the first episode of Project Minecraft House. Now, you're probably wondering why there's a block of stone right here and everything else is just plain grass. Chicken. Well, that's because this neighborhood needs to be set up first. So what I thought to do on the first ever video is to build a fountain. So this is not gonna be a house video. It's going to be a fountain video for all those who don't know how to build a fountain and want a fountain probably in their front yard or in the back of the house. I'm just going to teach you the basic ways of how to make one fountain. Now if you want a certain fountain, I will build it in the appropriate area. Okay? So, and I'll put the one whoever suggested the house or structure first. I will put their YouTube, name right there with a little sign. Promptly place it. Put your name there, and you'll be honored. So what here I have is what's going to be your reference block. Okay, your reference block. Now, if you want to get fancy, if you want a beacon coming out of your fountain. And I know those things are really hard. Those are very hard to come by in survival, but if you're in creative like me, then this will be probably fairly easy. So if you want to do a beacon, you just simply do this. Okay, that's big enough, right? Right. So then you get your diamond or gold or emerald. I prefer to use diamond because it's the most expensive thing in the game and the rarest thing. And because since I'm in creative, I can do that. Get your beacon. If you don't know how to craft something, please refer to the MineCraft wiki. Alright, because I'm not going to explain how to build something. Now once you put your reference point, you place it here. And then you get the block you want to use. It could be stone brick, it could be glowstone. Could be, just or simple stone. But I'm gonna use lapis lazuli just because it's pretty useless and it's very decorative. So, and it's commonly found. So this will be. Plus, on a bunch of fountains in the real world, there's a lot of blue, on the bottom. So the water can reflect more blue. So this is what I'm doing. So. Bear with me. I usually do it like this as a reference. So this is 2 out. Oops. This is 2 out. I usually do it 4 out. Like this. Sometimes I get really bold and do it 6 out. So those are very huge fountains. So depending on how big you want it, means the amount of resources you're going to have to get. So be cautious of how big you're gonna want it, but the ideal size for a nice medium-sized fountain is 4 out. So make sure it's like a star out, like doing this thing, right? And then you're gonna pretty much fill in the outline. Just fill in the outline. Then you get a perfect square like this. And then just fill in the rest as so. And then you have the base of a fountain. So I'm gonna fast forward. Okay, I'm done with the flooring. So it should look like something like this. If you're on the ground, it should look like this. So now what we're gonna do is take another block, right? So this is gonna be my outer block, my building block, I should say. And you're gonna pretty much cover the surrounding. So as you can see, it's not here, it's out here. So that's why I say be cautious on how big you're gonna you're building it, because it'll be an extra block wider than you expect it to be. Now what I do here for the column, for the big supporting column, I do it like this. I actually cover. I know I said do not cover this for this, but since we're inside the fountain, you are allowed to cover, alright? And what I'm using here is my favorite block, the stone brick, because it's It's pretty cheap to make, you know, Minecraft kind of thing, but it is the most cool thing to make because you can actually craft it. I know there's nether brick, but you have to go into the nether for that, and I don't like going into the nether because there's ghasts in there. Those annoying ghasts. So, stone brick is the way to go. So now with the beacon that's in the middle, I just simply do this, as you just saw, and I just pretty much go as high as I want, because for now, you know. But if you're in creative, just go as many blocks as you can possibly go without dying, because you know, as much as I know, dying hurts. Now you could simply just cover up the glass like this, or you could do something fancy with it. You just go up a few blocks. It doesn't matter how high, you know, it depends on how high you want it. I'm just gonna go randomly a few blocks up, so it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going 5 blocks up, you know, from this little pillar area. So then I do this, right? You can see this. Then with cobblestone wall, I just embroider it and do this number to it. It's just so it could have depth and it won't look so thick and so bulky, and it just adds a nice accent to it. I've seen this done. I have actually done it myself in a few worlds I've built in. So I feel like going up a little higher just because I want this to be a little grand, because it's the centerpiece. So I'm going up an extra 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. And I'm also doing the same thing for these sides right here. And then we go up and up and up and up and up and up. Now you're probably asking me, Zabi, how come you haven't filled the well? Because filling up water is like filling it up. Filling up the water is like filling it up in the real world, so you're gonna have to wait until the actual fountain has been completed. Now, if you're in creative, not in creative, if you're in survival, the best method when you're building something is dirt and your handy dandy ladders. So what if I was in survival right now, I'd be having a bunch of ladders that I made, you know, just stacking them up like this. Be going up and down, like a service elevator kind of, except this one that won't let you drop and you won't die. I also have my handy dandy dirt block that, you know, my dirt blocks usually have a stack handy, and I just simply use this as scaffolding, as so. See this? Then I could just build out like this, like that, like this, and then I just, you know, do what I have to do. I'm just showing you as an example of what I do if I was in survival mode. Alright? Since I'm in creative mode, I don't need this chunk. We'll deal with lighting in a bit, alright? Okay, now we're gonna do the platform up here. So what I'm gonna do, actually not here. Here is this right here. So what we're gonna do is just fill this up around like that. What we're gonna do, which I already did here, back, so go out 1, 2, 3. Let's just go out 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you just want to fill up the rest. So you can actually have it larger and have it like this, and then just, you know, have it cascade down, you know. Or you could do it like how I'm gonna do right now. Just have it like this. Just fill this up. Just follow my instructions, and I'll be right back after I fill this up. Right? Okay, we're back, and as you can see here, this is all filled up. Now what I'm gonna do here is get this slab and just place it down here. Why slab? Well, because first of all, it's economical. economically much easier, and plus I get more from just, you know, having one block. And you'll be able to see what I'll be doing here in a moment. Now what you're gonna do here is eliminate these blocks. Alright, you're gonna eliminate these blocks. If you're in survival, you're gonna have to do this with dirt. You know, just scaffolding and just mine it all out. So now what you're gonna do once you're down here, right? Put the stone brick stairs underneath. This will give it an effect of having more depth and it'll look more nicer. It looks aesthetically more pleasing that way. It makes it look more like a crown. If you want it to look more like a crown, all I suggest is just placing one here, like a slab here, and a slab there, slab there, slab there. Just put one in the middle. And there you go. Now what I'm going to do, again, I need glass. I can just throw this out. Just go up as high as you feel like from here. Or what you can do is make another platform. If you want it like a 3-tier platform, you can make another platform around this area. So that is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 up. The same method that was done down there. But since I don't want it like that, I just want it up to for the glasses. You know? It's just gonna be that high. Now, what I'm gonna do here, you should do it with the dirt. Put one here. Put a dirt here. Put a dirt here. Put a dirt here and here. So you're gonna see this pattern? So what you're gonna do is, yeah, and then one here. You're gonna create this pattern that you see here on each side. Just copy that pattern. Alright? We'll be back when I'm done with this pattern. Alright? Okay, we're done with the pattern. So at the end, it should look like this, like a little cross in the middle, and it's kind of radiating out like that. So now what I'm going to do here, so the water can flow, is build it up to there. I mean, like, break the blocks up to there. Oops. Make the water flow much nicer, and it'll look like the water is actually supporting this. So think like water. Now what I'm going to do now is fill up this area with water. Alright, because there's not going to be glowstone up here. What you can do, if you want glowstone up here, is just have it simply on the corners. Or what you can do, if you want to go even fancier, you could actually do this. See that? And then you could have the middle one have that. Like this, simply like this. Yeah, this looks better. Just play around with it a little bit. Just see how something works for you. Alright? Make it work for you. But if you want to copy this, make sure you give me credit for building this fountain. Alright, this design of a fountain. I just want to create a simple fountain just to make sure everything's nice. Just go around, you know, make sure everything looks nice at every single angle. So that's how it should look like. So from the bottom floor, you won't be able to see the water, but from this angle, it looks like the water's kind of wanting to come out, but it's not. Since we're going to do lighting, before you actually break this block, what you're going to do is, before you break any of these blocks, you're going to want to dirt up, all the way up, to where you built all the way to the top of this. Make sure you don't do this, because it will turn off. It will turn off the beam. So what you're gonna do, and what I've come to learn, so what we're gonna do is that. Pretty much do this. So from the ground, it looks pretty epic. I know it looks kind of beefy, but the fountain itself will look really beefy at the end. So now that it's coming to nightfall, what we're going to do here for the corners is pretty much do this first. I don't want to run around. And then get your stairs, put it up like that, and then get the cobblestone, and simply like that. It's kind of to mimic that, but with more of a grandeur to it at the bottom. Alright, now that we finished the rest, I know this is the bottom, so we should have something like that, right? Wrong. Just leave it like that. Why? Because you don't want to add too much, because the bottom half has a lot. So what you're going to do here is to lessen the darkness, is pretty much put some glowstone right here. Glowstone, or you could put redstone lamps. You could also put redstone lamps here and there, you know, here and there where all the glowstone is. But I'm using glowstone because it's much cheaper to craft, and it lights up without having a source to it. So then what you're going to do is put a light source here, like that. So all over the place like this. Now we got to fill this up. Make sure you have lots of buckets in hand, lots of buckets, and a source where you can get infinite source of water. So there we go. Now it's time to break the blocks. Let's see how this fares. So a lot of it's trial and error, just to let you know. So through my experience, I've come to know how the water works. See? How it looks like it's actually holding up. So you don't really need the blocks, but it's nice when it comes out like that. What we're going to do is this. See how that works? It's this weird water. What you can do here now is just want to fix that. If you want to fix that. If you don't, you don't want to. But I want to. What you can do is just block that first. Wait for that to disappear. And if you don't want that anymore, just simply do that. And since I don't want that anymore, just simply do that. And then go around and make sure that that water didn't mess up the water. If that makes any sense. I kinda want water to do this. Alright, so it's always trial and error. Make sure you go down, back up and down, see what you want, see what works, you know, depending on how big the fountain is. That looks much better, the way I wanted it to look. Water everywhere. Alright, so this is a simple fountain, right? It looks nice. And it's very gorgeous. Now, what we're going to do on the outside, what I usually do is go by 1, 2, 3. Is a 3 out, and then just kind of go around like that. Why do it by 3? Well, that's how I am. There's nothing special to it. You could just make it as big as you want, you know. This is very simplified. This is what I've come to, you know. This kind of incorporates everything that I learned from making fountains, like this type of fountain and other types of fountains. There, that's how you build a fountain. You know, a simple fountain for aesthetically pleasing to the eye, and something that won't actually make you figure out, okay, what I do not. But remember, have fun with it, play around with the water a little bit, you know, see how you want it. It's your choice. Remember, you don't have to follow what I have to say here. It's just to give you some ideas. So thank you again for watching this little video. If you have any suggestions of any house you would like to see being built, or something you have, you know, send me a picture down in the comments below. Send a picture in. Send a picture in of your house and tell me if you want to tweak a little bit or see what I can do with it. Alright, I love challenges like that. You know, pretty much flipping it over, made pretty much. So if you want something to see being built, I will do it for you, like any style. I'll do any style that you have any requests for. So thank you again. This has been Project Minecraft House with Zabi, and the first video was about a fountain. You know, a centerpiece for our little town of ours. So hopefully send in some stuff. Remember to leave a like on the video, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Remember to subscribe so you can catch another video of Project Minecraft House. Thanks again, and this is Zabi from Protosheep signing out.